That's good. This is what people like. Hi, I'm Nalie, and welcome to the Nalie Show. Have you ever heard someone say they were depressed? Have you ever felt depressed? Have you ever not wanted to get out of bed on a Monday morning and go to work? Do you ever just want to lock yourself in the room and not talk or see anybody? It's happened to me. I'm sure it's happened to a lot of you too. Then we use this big word, depressed. I'm depressed, she was depressed. But how do you know when you're really depressed? Today, I am waiting for Sookz. You might remember Sookz. He came over last time in one of my vlogs when we were making my jingle. Sookz is a music producer, photographer. Those are just 2 titles out of the many he has because this guy is super talented. He's probably like the happiest, most smiley person I know. Which is why I bet you'd never guess that Sookz once battled depression. And clearly he's overcome it. So I want to know his tricks on what he did to beat depression so that you can do it too. Because nobody has time to be depressed. Life is way too beautiful to be moping around. Okay?
I love water. Water is one of my favorite drinks.
Seriously, this guy's probably like the most smiley, happiest guy I know. One thing you told me that I would have never guessed is that you were going through a rough time before.
Yeah, it was basically a depression in a way, you know, and I think especially nowadays a lot of people go through that because we're in such an era of there's so much disconnection. Yeah. Even though we're all connected so much through social media. Part of this smile was just sort of a mask. I was having a rough time and it wasn't a good relationship with myself.
I've had bad days. Like obviously I've been through a lot. I think depression is a big word. I think everyone goes through rough times in life based on whatever they're going through. But how do you know when you're depressed?
So what happens is it's kind of like, I like to see it as a tunnel. And you start off walking into this dark tunnel and you're kind of taking yourself there. And eventually you get to a point where it's just pitch black. And you can't see the light on the other end. And you no longer see it. And it's just so dark and you're just so in this place. And then, you know, you go to the doctor's office and you tell them how you're feeling. And then they tell you, this is what you have. I was diagnosed with chronic depression, and just from telling him how I was feeling and how I was seeing the world in a way, and it was nothing positive. It was very negative, and even the way I would interact with people as well, it was just fake. I was a fake body.
I can't even picture that.
Yeah.
And what brought you to the doctor's?
It was really with me, like for me it was, I always felt ashamed about it. I always felt guilty about it. I didn't know how to communicate it with someone or to talk to someone about it or tell them, you know what, look, I don't feel good. You know, I feel really upset. I wake up every morning feeling really sad. I couldn't let go of my pride to tell someone else. Yeah. But for some reason, I felt comfortable telling a doctor.
What do you think caused your depression?
This is a tough question. That's a really good one. I can't blame anyone. I can't blame my parents. You know, they did the best they could with what they had, and I was always lucky in a sense. I was always, you know, I always had things. Food, roof over my head. I was always taken care of in that sense. I always had great friends who were there to listen to. I think it was literally just not taking the time enough for myself and not taking enough time cultivating my relationship with me. I was always chasing the next thing, or always chasing a dream, or always chasing an ambition, instead of actually taking a step back and sitting down and saying, man, I'm a human being. And there's a saying out there. I want to share this with you.
Please do.
It's a documentary I recently saw. There's a part in it where they say, there's this one line stuck with me, is that we are not human doings, we are human beings. You know, and sometimes we get caught up in all this, oh, I want to do this, I want to do that, I want to do this, I want to do that, and then you forget about just being.
Oh my goodness.
Be a person, you know?
I feel like I need to, like, I feel like he's talking to me because I'm a doer. I only do. Often I feel like I have that pressure of like having to tick off the bucket list and do everything I wanted to do. I have goals and just do whatever it takes to reach them, which is a good thing, but I think it's good to also have that balance. So clearly you've overcome depression? Are you able to admit that?
I still have my days of it. It's something that, you know, I came to realize that it's a part of me. It's not something that I'm going to say, I hate depression, I need to fight it, I need to defeat it, I need to destroy it and throw it out in the garbage or put it through a shredder or light it on fire.
Okay.
What happened is that once I started to accept that dark side, once I started to accept that deep sadness, that's when I started to move out of it.
So here are 5 tips to overcome depression by Sookz.
So before I start though, just keep in mind everyone has their own process and their own ways of doing things. So you know, these 5 tips work amazing for me, and you know, I live by these. They're like my foundation. So take these and apply them to yourself, and you know, make your own little jambalaya out of it.
Let's do this.
All right. Okay. So number 5 is acceptance. Accept the fact that you're feeling sad. Accept the fact that it's okay to be sad, and accept the fact that, you know what, you're having a rough time. Once you accept that and you start to embrace it, you can use that energy to your own passions and into your own craft. And you can create some really, you know, emotional pieces of work or whatever it is that you want to do. Take that emotion with you and own it.
I think that's what I did with my cancer, right? I accepted my cancer, I owned it, and because of that I was able to do a lot of amazing things and live my life to the fullest with my illness. So that's one example. What's an example that with you, what did you accept?
I accepted the fact that I was sad and I was upset, and a lot of my music came out very dark and emotional. And
it's really good music! Download Finding Serenity.
Number 4, meditate. Meditation is beautiful. A lot of people say that they have a hard time meditating because as soon as they close their eyes and start breathing, they just start thinking so much. Now, with meditation, it's one of those things that the more you breathe, simple act of breathing, inhale and exhale, it just brings you right back to this moment. The simple thing, grounding yourself into the now, completely eliminates any type of fears, any type of, you know, anxiety, any type of things that are running on in your head. So meditation is my number 4 because it just grounds you. I
need to meditate. I don't meditate.
You can try it. Just simply close your eyes.
For someone who hasn't meditated in their life before, what do you have? Any suggestions?
So you could do too. Meditation doesn't have to be sitting and closing your eyes and doing nothing. Meditation can be cleaning. Meditation can be, you know, wiping a table or like brooming a floor.
My boyfriend's gonna be very happy to hear this. Number 3.
All right, number 3 is get busy and get inspired. Go out there, do stuff you've always wanted to do. If you wanted to hike a mountain, book that ticket and go do it. If you wanted to write a book or try writing a blog or something, just go ahead and write it. And what will happen is that you might start and you'll realize, I don't really like this at all. And then you try something else. Or you could try doing it and you might realize, well, I'm not really good at it. Let me get better at it. And you keep on practicing and perfecting your craft with it. Next thing you know, you're Mozart.
Oh.
Number 2, you are your habits. You know the saying, you are what you eat?
Yes.
Well, you are also what you think. For example, I'm not going to give you some sort of positive mantras where you get up every day and you say, I am amazing, I am this, I am that. You got to feel it. You got to feel like you're amazing. You got to feel like you're unstoppable. You got to feel like you're undefeated, you know? So take that feeling and own that. And the way you can do that, it's kind of like a snowball effect. So start off with little things that, you know, really make you feel good, like exercising. You know, the first few times you train, it might be really hard, but then you get addicted to it. You know, practice whatever it is that you want to do, and practice it religiously in a way that's not cultish, but in a way that's healthy, and in a way that is going to help you and make you feel good about yourself. So you are your habits. It's basically your foundation.
Last.
Ready?
But not least.
Number 1.
Does this mean this is the best one?
Number 1 is gratitude.
Gratitude.
Gratitude for me is beautiful because that just totally wipes out any doubt, wipes out anything that gets in your way.
It's true.
If you're grateful for the lessons you've had in your life, then you'll see them as lessons. If you're grateful for the people that are around you and the people are your friends and family, and when you spend time with them, you'll really enjoy the time you have with them.
I agree with what you said, because the more thankful you are, the more grateful you are, the less you focus on all the negative, right?
Exactly.
It's kind of like choosing what to focus on. It's a decision, it's a choice.
Just be grateful. Honestly, this life is a beautiful thing if you start to see it that way.
Bam! I'm inspired.
Yeah!
Are you inspired? Yeah. Like, I feel like I just want to get out there and do everything right now and take time to be.
Yeah,
Take
just
time
be,
to be.
Just be.
Random question, has nothing to do with depression, but
Okay.
tell us, Sookz, Mr. Music Producer, what is like your all-time favorite song?
Oh, I love like Hit 'Em Up by Tupac, you know?
Oh my goodness.
Like some gangster shit. I also love pieces by Beethoven, like the Moonlight Sonata is beautiful.
He went from Tupac to Beethoven. Okay, I hope this was helpful for you.
Me too.
If you want to follow Sookz, his info is all here. Check it out. Follow him. Give him a little likey like. Now your turn to talk to us. In the comment section below, let us know. Share the love. What do you do to overcome depression?
I would love to know what you guys do as well. You know, these are things that worked for me, and I always keep on reading up more and more about it and to see what else is out there, and to see, like, you know, there's always new techniques, there's new ways to always improve and stuff, and just learn how to be.
Yeah, and I think the importance is sharing. That's the whole point of the Nalie Show. Share, share, share. Let it out. Let all the vulnerability out. Cry if you need to.
And smile if you need to.
Especially, I should have said that first. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to watch my vlogs, check it out over there. If you want to watch more of the Nalie Show, check it out over there. Don't forget to subscribe, because I release videos at least once a week and you don't want to miss it.
No, you don't.
Alright?
Alright.
Be patient, be kind to yourself.
Be you and be strong.
Ooh, I like that one. I'll see you guys soon.
Peace.
Bye. Totally Instagramming while I'm having my show right now.
It's part of, yeah, you gotta do what you gotta do.